Let me say with all sense of responsibility and honesty that Oyo State Police Command actually are ready for the elections tomorrow. We are on top of the situation. We have deployed the men in thousands. The people need not exercise any fear because we have in place security measures to ensure that the sense of safety and their security is guaranteed. On Saturday, we carried out a show of force yesterday, generally in the town, in the state. Today, we carried out another one in the areas we consider to be the red districts, that is flashpoints, and the area commanders and DPOs also carried out this show of force in their respective areas. We have the joint operations room, which is operational now, and the Inspector General of Police sent in a DIJ training to review what we have done, and the very senior officer came and was satisfied with what was on ground. We do not have issues with personnel. The K9, that is our dog section, the medical team, everybody is being carried along. We are ready for the exercise. Aside from this, we have patrol teams that are going to be stationed in these red districts, very close to areas where votings will take place, maintaining the distance as contained in the regulations, as well as having men at the headquarters on standby to ensure that if there is any need, there can be quick deployment as well as reinforcement from the headquarters. I think the people should just go out and carry out their civil responsibilities without exercising any fear in Oyo State.
Yeah, thank you.
You know, politics is all about interest, and when something concerns your interest, more often than not you become emotional, and this we recognize. However, the sense of reasoning will not take flight. The issue of the candidates and others signing agreements to ensure that the election is peaceful has been done. We have engaged them severally, and when the DIG came to review what we did, another stakeholders meeting in the light of the fact that we want them to ensure that there was a peaceful election also took place. Even though they have their own interests, they have interests to protect, but then we advise and ensure that they were told that Oyo State belongs to all of us, and we must ensure that there is no issue, it does not disintegrate, and there are no crises, no breach of the peace, because we are ready. In obedience to the rules, to the laws, that was why the Inspector General of Police and INEC ensure that those who are going to be at the polling unit, security agencies at polling units, do not carry arms. However, I've just told you that we have strategy in place, security measures in place. A patrol team are going to be stationed not too far from where the voting are taking place to ensure that if there is any need at all, any breach of the peace can be quickly dealt with. In addition to that, we are going to have men who are to be stationed at the headquarters on standby, and they will also be deployed. The dog section will also make use of the dog, so the people need not exercise any fear at all. In addition to my normal name tag, the usual police ID card, and the men know themselves. You have worked with somebody for a very long time, you should know that person. And because they are, the sense of deployment, the strategy for deployment, are people who have worked together, sent to a particular area, while covering several other places. They ensure that they know themselves. But most importantly, there is the tag. Each policeman who is supposed to be on electoral duty, including the Commissioner of Police, because this is for me, will carry this tag. And that is to further reinforce the fact that policemen can easily be identified. The constitutional responsibility of the Nigerian police force is the protection of lives and property. And one of our duties is to ensure, as the lead agency in internal security, is to ensure that election is one of the areas where we are supposed to provide security. And when that is gone, we continue with our normal responsibilities. At no point are we going to allow criminals to take charge. And I want to also seize this opportunity to tell those who are bent on causing chaos, crisis, breach of the peace, that the police in Oyo State will not allow that, because they will be dealt with decisively and the law will be allowed to take its course. For some time there might have been issues of interest in that organization. They are not part of the police, they have their own interests, but I can assure you, you and I are aware that for some time now they have been quiet. The issues of dispute have to a very large extent been resolved, and like I said, if there is any that is trying to cause a breach of the peace during this exercise, such individuals or groups will be taken care of by the long arms of the law.